Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Our life includes different stages and different qualities of experiences. The stages are childhood, teenage, middle age, old age, etc. And also the student time, then the married time, then the retired time, and the concluding time. This is called technically as Varnashrama Vyavastha. And according to our nature, we are supposed to engage ourselves to empty ourselves. Therefore, when we talk about our life, so our life has childhood, middle age. Out of all of them, what we are. See, imagine, this is one of the meditation techniques. Today I am 70 plus. So I have one image about me. 10 years before I was 60 plus. I have another image about me. Another 10 years before I was 50 plus. Another image about me. And thus I go backward. I come to age 1 years of age. That image. Then I go up to 6 months, that image. Now the question is, out of so many images, who I am? Think. Which is the truth? The truth is, which was present in and through all the images, but which was not influenced by any one of them. See, the childhood came and went, the teenage came and went, but I continue to be the same. This continuous, unbroken, unchanging factor is our essential nature. So, Balyadishu api, similarly, Jagradadishu. Similarly, we have experienced 4 types of experiences. If we study Shiva Sutra, there are 16 types of experiences, not 4. And for our understanding, this is enough. Waking experience as we are now, then the dream experience as we always do, then the deep sleep experience when we go to sleep in the satsanga, and the samadhi experience which happens but which we do not know. So in and through all these experiences, when we talk about our life includes all the 4 experiences. But only one kind of experience we give 100% value, and the 3/4 of the experiences, they are totally rejected. See, friends. And therefore, our understanding about ourselves cannot be right. So, we go through the experience of waking as Mr. Waker. We go through the experience of dream as Mr. Dreamer. We go through the experience of deep sleep as Mr. Deep Sleeper. And we go through the experience of meditation as Mr. Meditator. It is something like this. The man goes through the experience of the son with reference to his father. The same man goes through the experience of a husband with reference to his wife. So in all the various qualities of experiences, the reality is the man, not the husband. Nobody is by birth husband. See, becoming husband is not normal. Naturally, we are all born bachelors. So instead of remaining in our own natural state, when we get married, we become unnatural. We become abnormal. And whenever you are unnatural, you can never be happy. But then what should we do? We are already married. That is why the married people go to sleep very fast. They want to avoid each other. So immediately go to sleep so that at least during that experience you are no more a miserable husband. One husband and wife went to the doctor, and wife was talking to the doctor. She said, the husband, you sit outside, I'll talk to the doctor, and then she said, Dr. Saab, my husband keeps on talking a lot during sleep. I don't know what I should do. I'm fed up. Because of his non-stop talking, I can't sleep properly. What should I do? So the doctor said, don't worry. He took out some pills. He said, you take these pills. He said, why should I take the pills? I have no problem. No. When you will take these pills, the whole day you will keep your mouth shut. Then he can talk during the day. Then he need not talk at night. We all suffer never as a man, and we never enjoy as a husband. Get this point through. Man is the reality. In the same manner, that which is supporting the experiences of the waker, but not getting influenced by the role of the waker. See, friends. Therefore, what is all spiritual practice? Very simple. If there are miseries, we get identified with the miseries, become miserable, we are ordinary folks. When the miseries come, we refuse to be miserable, we are happy folks. Choose. The choice is given to us by the Lord. See, you all must have gone through many times immigration, and in that immigration they give you a dumb form. You have to write. And answers are only yes, no. First question, are you a member of active terrorist organization? Yes, no. Who will write yes? But they have the question. No. Similarly, are some criminal proceedings pending against you? Yes, no, no. See, in the same manner, when we entered this world, the Lord gave us one form, immigration form. And in that immigration form, there was only one question. You are entering an abode of misery called as the world. Anityam asukham lokham imam prapya. You are entering this abode called as a most miserable existence. Question, do you want to be miserable? Options, yes, no. Those who have chosen to be miserable, even God cannot make them happy. And those who have chosen not to be miserable, even God cannot make them miserable. See, don't worry about it. Look at me. I feel jealous when you look here and there. Therefore, friends, when our attention is on this truth, then nothing in this world will disturb you. See? Whenever anything disturbs us, understand our attention is lacking. See? Example is given by Tulsidas ji. A person who is greedy, who wants more and more money, he never thinks that I will earn money only during office hours, not afterwards. He is committed to money 24/7. In the same manner, if we are committed to the reality, the truth, there are no obstacles. See, obstacles are lack of our commitment to the reality. One story I read, very beautiful story. There was one young girl he was going through a garden like this. And there was one mullah. He spread his towel and he was going to offer his prayers. And this girl straight away walked over his towel and went ahead. And naturally this man was very angry. In my prayer things you have brought obstacle and all that. And after meeting her boyfriend, after some 2-3 hours, she came back. And he was boiling and waiting for her. And started scolding her. So she said, sir, if I have done that, I agree I am wrong. I am extremely sorry. I deserve punishment. But my question is, when I was committed to the mortal beloved, I did not see you. If you are committed to the real one, how did you see me? What we lack in life is commitment in any field. See, obstacles are nothing but lack of commitment. And why we lack commitment? Because we have not recognized the value for it. If you have recognized the value for the spiritual life, you will have zero obstacles. For example, we all have recognized value for money. Has anybody ever said that money earning is difficult, therefore I am not going to earn money? On the contrary, we find out ways and means how to earn above the table, how to earn below the table. The reason is, value for money is recognized by us. And therefore, there are no difficulties. We conquer the difficulties and earn money, is it not? See, friends, what we lack is recognition of value for the spiritual life. We are like children, small little things, ticklings, and that is all. There is much more in life. See, there is one shloka in Sanskrit which tells, Ahara nidra bhaya maithunancha samanyameta pashubhi nirnanam. Ahara, eating food, nidra, sleeping, bhaya, sense of insecurity, and maithunam, procreation. These 4 factors are common between human beings and animals. If that alone we live for, God will correct his mistake. And next life, he will make us a pig. See, friends, human life cannot be only for these 4 physiological functions. There is much more that can be achieved. See, if you see the evolution, plants eat from below, they grow upward. Animals eat from the front, they grow posterior, backwards. Human beings eat from above, grow downward. What is the next possibility? Eat from backward and go forward. So as regards the evolution at the level of the body is concerned, human beings have reached perfection. There cannot be much more than that. If there is evolution, it can be only spiritual. It cannot be anything else. See, friends, but we are so much involved only in this material pursuit. See, how many things I have got, how many cars I can have, how many houses I can have, how much money I can have. For what? See, friends, therefore, balyadishu, jagradadishu. So our life is not only the waking experience. Our life includes all the experiences, waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi. One of my friends' father retired from the business. They were having the jewelry business. So the 2 sons, they took over. And they told Dad, Dad, now you take rest, we will take care of, but you give us one word of advice, which we will follow in life. The dad said, okay, listen, that day when you will not be able to go to sleep peacefully, and that day when your digestion is upset, understand you have gone the wrong way. See, healthy life is two factors: good sleep and good hunger. Not only sleep and only hunger. No. See, then only we can contemplate and think of something higher. Then tatha sarvasu api avasthasu api. Similarly, all the various intermediary stages of our life. So, our life is now completely involved in this first line. Childhood, middle age, etc. Waking, dream, sleep, etc. Similarly, brahmachari, grahastha, vanaprastha, sannyasi, various positions in life. When we are student, when we are married, when we are retired, and when we are ready to leave the world. In and through all that, vyavruttasu anuvartamana aham ityanta spurantam sada. In and through all of them, there is one factor which is common, and this is called as aham, I. We use this word I, but we do not know, alas, the meaning of this word I. Like the other day, somewhere I read, maybe in my internet email, the son says iPhone, then the daughter says iPad, the wife says iPod, the husband says iPad. Everywhere I. Which I? See? Therefore, when I say I am old, here the meaning of I is body. When I say I am hungry, here the meaning of I is prana. When I say I am miserable, meaning of I is mind. When I say I am a self-made man, I am Vijnanamaya Kosha, the ego. Not only that, in addition to that, I am husband, wife, brother, sister, so many of I. And therefore inside we are not one, we are a crowd. And when we are a crowd, there cannot be peace in a crowd. See, so find out which is the real I. The technical meaning of this word aham, means not, N-O-T. Ham means destruction. That which cannot be destroyed is aham. Now find out what is not destroyed. See, the husband is destroyed when the wife leaves him. But the man continues to become the second husband. See, friends. So which is this aham, which is never destroyed? See? Then we will come to know that I as a child is destroyed. I as a teenage dies away. The moment the teenage goes, the teenager also goes. See, friends. But there is one aham, one I, which never dies. The waker is living only in the waking state, as we are now probably. See? The dreamer is living only in the dream. After the dream is over, where the dreamer goes? Did we think on this even once? Similarly, in the deep sleep, where the whole world goes. And after the deep sleep is over, where the deep sleeper goes. After the meditation is over, where the meditator goes. But in and through all of them, there is one aham who supports the waking experiences of the waker, who supports the dream experiences of the dreamer, who supports the deep sleep experiences of the deep sleeper, and who supports the samadhi experience of the samadhistha purusha. This one denominator is a common factor which can never be negated and therefore can never be gained. See, friends, unless we come to cognize this principle, which is supporting all the changes, but this support remains unchanged. And unless there is unchanging reference, changes cannot be established. See, like in the flight at night when we fly long distance, after some time they switch off all the lights, windows are down. Outside you slowly lift your window and see, nothing is seen. Inside the flight, you don't get the experience that your flight is going ahead. But during the daytime, when you look and you see the ground, the rivers are going, the mountains are going, then you experience that there is a change. In the same manner, all of us have experience. Earlier I was a child, then I became a teenage, then I became middle age, then I became not yet old age, then I became I think I am old, then I became now I am definitely old. So in and through all these experiences, there was one factor which has never undergone any change. Aham ityanta spurantam sada. See, friends, and this aham never forsakes us. Therefore, we experience the absence of waker in the dream, deep sleep and samadhi. We experience the absence of the dreamer in the other three planes of experience and so on. But we can never experience our absence. See? And not only that, our presence is also not established through any sense organs. Colors and forms are established through the eyes. But I am, aham, this is not established through any means of sense organs or the mind or the intellect. This independent presence is the foundation of life. And this is common. It's not that my I is masculine and her I is feminine. No. Even if you go in the grammar studies, I does not have gender. I can be used by the man and the woman. I can be used by the young and the old. And not only that, friends, I does not have plural number. Have you ever thought about it? Third person singular, he. Third person plural, they. Second person singular, thou. Second person plural, you. First person singular, I. What is the first person plural? We, which includes second and the third person. But when we make the plural of he, it continues to be the third person. When we make the plural of thou, it continues to be the second person. But when it comes to plural of I, includes everything. There is no plurality. This eternal one principle is our essential nature. Abiding in this knowledge, you can never hate anybody, you can never influence anybody, you will accept everything as it is. See, friends, this is the beauty of this experience. Therefore, Vyavritta Svanuvartamanam Ahamityanta Spurantam Sada Swatmanam Pragati Karoti Bhajatam Yo Mudraya Bhadraya. Now this truth is revealed, be attentive. When the truth is revealed, I disappears. See, take an example. Mirror in front of the mirror, keep a candle burning. There will be a reflection of the burning candle in the mirror and the original candle outside. Now bring it closer and closer and closer to such an extent that it is very near to the mirror. Because of the heat of the flame, the mercury oxide which is pasted on the back side of the glass will be slowly melted out, and that particular portion where there was a reflection will disappear. Where will that reflection go? In the same manner, when I, the meditator, reflect on this absolute I, this small little I disappears. Therefore, there is nobody who is realized. There is realization, and in that realization, there is nobody left. And therefore, jnana man jahu ekahu nahi. Tulsidaji says, realization is that where there cannot be any ego. See, friends, and if ego is not there, there is no honor, there is no dishonor. All our life is a burden of honor and dishonor that we carry. See? God realization is defined in Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the 6th chapter. There are 2 points only, nothing more, where the teacher says, Jitatmanaha prashantasya paramatma samahitaha shitoshta sukhadukkeshu tatha manapamanayo. Paramatma samahitaha, the truth is revealed. Under what conditions? 2 conditions. Number 1, Shita Ushna Sukhadukkeshu Jitatmanaha. Any kind of experience in this world, good or bad, that any kind of experience does not influence the equanimity of our mind. See, then the truth is revealed. And the second condition is manapamanayoho prashantasya. The one who remains uninfluenced by honor or dishonor. 2 things. Things come in our life in the form of favorable, not favorable. Beings come in our life in the form of honor, dishonor. So the things and the beings, when they leave no impact on us, then the truth is revealed. Like the movement of the earth does not influence the space. The tsunamis of the ocean do not wet the space. The infernos in the California does not burn the space. And the hurricanes do not lift the space anywhere. In the same manner, let there be any kind of experience. It does not touch us. And here we don't have to do anything, friends. Observe your own experience. Whatever may be the color and the forms, eyes are not influenced. Whatever may be the sound, good or bad, ears are not influenced. Whatever may be the quality of the thoughts, good or the bad, mind is not influenced. In the same manner, let there be waking, dream, deep sleep or samadhi, conscious principle remains uninfluenced. It is our natural state. Getting influenced and disturbed is not our natural state. This is the meaning of aham, I. Therefore, svatmanam prakati karoti bhajatam. In the Upanishad, there is one mantra comes, Tad vijnanartham gurumeva vigachet samikpanihi shrotriyam brahmanishtam. To know the truth, approach and reach the reality, the Guru, with all humility and sincerity, and you will be revealed. The truth. Yamai vesha vrunute tena labhyaha tassesha atma vivrunate tanum swam. The truth is revealed to those who seek nothing but the truth. Yam eva esha vrunate. He who chooses the truth, the reality, the self, to the exclusion of everything, to him alone the truth is revealed. And when the truth is revealed, he disappears. There is no I left. This is one of the problems many seekers of truth. When they sit for meditation, they suffer here. They get a fear. And because they get a fear, they start breaking their joints. When they sit for meditation, cut. Now nobody tells you to break your joint. But why you are doing it? Now you are just checking whether they are still there or gone. Fear. See, this experience takes us beyond all the limitations. See, when the ice ball falls in the ocean, where does it go? It goes nowhere. Because it was only the water only. It has come back, not gone anywhere. So, Swatmanam pragati karoti bhajatam. Bhajatam, the one who is sincerely seeking. To him alone the Lord reveals himself. Now, therefore, what we really lack in our spiritual practice is commitment and intensity. Once Ramakrishna Paramahams was asked by his disciple Narendra, then who became Vivekananda later, he said, the mother talks to you, why she doesn't talk to me? He said, you don't want her to talk to you. No, I really want. No, if you really want, she will talk. What do you mean, really? Okay, we'll see it later. Let's go and take bath. So they went to the Ganges to take bath. And then the Guru Maharaj called the disciple, come here, and put his head below the water level. How long? 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 50 seconds. Afterwards, rejecting the pressure of the Guru's hand, he just came out and then the Guru said, as much you are longing to breathe when you are below water, that much intense longing when you have, the truth is revealed. Our spirituality is 5-star spirituality. So, I as a rich man, Indian rich Sethji, and there are 2 kids in my lap making mess, and my huge wife standing there, studded with gold and diamonds, and I am counting the currency notes. That time if the Lord comes, I may look at him. That is our spiritual life. And then we say, and how many times we have to do this japa, and how many times we have to do this spirituality? Yamai vecha vrunate tena labhyaha. He who seeks the truth to the exclusion of everything, to him alone. Therefore, Swatmanam prakati karoti bhajatam. Therefore, the truth is not the result of our sadhana. Truth is the result of his will. And his will starts functioning when we drop the wills. We live without any personal desire. See, in Bhagavad Gita, meditation is defined. Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan atmannevatmana tushtaha sthita prajnas tadochyate. He who is living at a zero desire level, see, that doesn't mean he is frustrated. Will you take coffee? No, I have no desire. Will you take tea? No, I have no desire. Are you realize? Only absence of desire is a negative definition. Then Atmannevatmana tushtaha, one is at peace with oneself. So freedom from desires and being at peace with oneself is living in meditation. It is not half an hour meditation, rest of the time frustration. No. It is a 24/7 business. Swatmanam prakati karoti bhajatam yo mudraya bhadraya. So this Bhadra Mudra I told you right in the beginning, this is the Bhadra. Bhadra means auspicious. This is the auspicious mudra. And in this auspicious mudra, very simple thing to remember, friends. Unless this I is detached, separated from pranamaya, these annamaya, pranamaya and manomaya kosha, from the body, from the prana and the mind, unless this happens, truth cannot be revealed. To live as a body and expect the realization is the wrong thing. To remain as somebody and imagine there will be no thoughts, impossible. See? You become anybody and the stream of thoughts will start coming out. See? When you sit for meditation, you sit as a husband. Who is doing meditation? Husband. Do you think wife will keep quiet? She will come in different forms, different avatar. Then you sit as a father. All the kids will come out with all the nonsense. See? Therefore, remaining identified with the body and the world will not trouble. Remaining identified with the mind and becoming somebody and the thoughts will not come is an impossible undertaking. Therefore, Bhadraya Mudraya, all the spiritual practice is this. Separate yourself from the body, prana and the mind. Does not mean kill. Function through the body, function through the prana, function through the mind. And when we thus start living, if the mind is disturbed, you recognize the disturbed mind, but don't get disturbed yourself. If there is a hunger, yes, hunger demands food, food is enough. But this particular type of food I want, from there the samsara begins. See, friends. Therefore, this Bhadra Mudra means this is the ultimate message of spiritual life. Unless this I separates itself from the relative and merges in the absolute, in the deep sleep, we are nobody. In the deep sleep, there is none other than us. In the deep sleep, we are not finite. This is the trailer of realization. In the deep sleep, we all experience a glimpses of the divine bliss. See, friends. Svatmanam prakati karoti bhajatam yo mudraya bhadraya. And friends, every one of us goes through this divine experience all the time, only we do not recognize this. As we recognize the waking experience, as we recognize the dream experience, the deep sleep experience, but we do not know what is the experience of Nirvikalpa Samadhi. And therefore, although every one of us every day goes through Nirvikalpa Samadhi dozens of times, yet we do not recognize this is that. that experience which doesn't demand involvement of any sense organs, mind or intellect. The presence. It is uncreated. Svatmanam prakatīkaroti bhajatāṃ yo mudraya bhadraya tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye namaidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye. In the next verse, how we create the world in God's creation. In God's creation there is no misery. In our creation there is no happiness. How the world is created by us. Vishvam pashyati karya karanataya swaswami sambandhatah शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राद्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जागृति वाय एष पुरुषो माया परिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्री गुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्री दक्षिणामूर्तये. Vishvam pashyati karya karanataya. The world is created by an illusion of cause and effect. Whenever we are caught up in cause and effect, we are in samsara. The truth is neither the cause nor the effect. See? It is a causeless cause. And it doesn't have any effect. The truth alone is. But whenever we are functioning through the mind, mind can function only in the matrix of cause and effect. For everything we want to know, what is the cause, what is the cause? And the moment we start this inquiry, cause and effect, samsara is created. And what is the cause and effect we create? Number one, Swami sambandhatah. We become the boss and subordinate. And the samsara begins. So first samsara is owner and servant samsara. Second samsara is shishyacharyataya. The disciple and the guru. Ashrams are constructed and fighting continues. We have come for knowing the truth. The truth is pending. Only here marble and there cement. Nothing else. See, one great teacher, Hatha Yogi in Rishikesh. There is one ashram. He is no more. And you know, the Hatha Yoga is very popular outside India. In India, yoga is not practiced even by 0.0001% people. Yoga is for dumb people. Nobody practices it. So, he was teaching this Hatha Yoga. Asana Pranayama, mainly Asana and few Pranayama. And so many followers from the Western world. And then they said, sir, we should have a nice ashram, so when we come here, we can stay, this thing, that thing. And on some weak moment of his life, he said yes. Last 8 years of his life. Money was being poured. They will send the money, but who will do the job there? And he is staying on that mountain, small one near Ganges. So he decided, okay, we will construct. Money is there. Now, all the time spent in how many donkeys have come with the cement, how many donkeys have come with the bricks, how many donkeys have brought water. And instead of thinking of the Lord, he was thinking about donkeys. And became so frustrated, he said, I don't know. All my spiritual practice is destroyed because I am lost only in this construction business. See, friend. Therefore, it is necessary, do not collect anything around you. Who asked me, probably in PE, one person asked me, one European lady, Swami, you don't have any ashram? I said, no. Why? I said, because I don't gather moss and mass. When you stay in one place, you gather both, moss and mass. Charaiveti, charaiveti, keep moving. Don't get involved too much in anybody's life. See? In our Indian family, this is one of the tragic things. The parents don't allow the children to live their life. See? You have already destroyed your life. Let them destroy their life. Why you get involved? See? But they will never understand it. And they think the children are children. Yes, they are children, but they are also grown-ups. But the parents think, what do you understand? He is the grandfather, what he understands. He may be your son, but he is the grandfather now. He has done sufficient mistakes. He has learnt a lot. See, friends. So whenever there is cause and effect, Shishya, Acharya, Guru, Shishya, both are destroyed. See. Therefore, Bhagavan Ramakrishna Paramahansa always used to say, a sincere seeker of truth should never take a position of a guru. When you take a position of a guru, you close all the doors of wisdom. Who can teach a guru? And when the process of learning stops, you have become old. If you want to maintain your youth, don't stop learning. Learn anything, doesn't matter. Learn Chinese. One of my friend in Delhi probably, he had a Chinese wife, very sweet. They say Chinese make good wives. I don't know. So, she was his wife and very much loving each other, and she was really good. She has adapted to Indian ways very nicely. And one day when I went, I got an email from him that he lost his wife. So, Swami, please come. So I went. And then he was so disturbed, so disturbed. I said, come on man, enough. How many days you are going to cry? Now it's almost 1 month. You are miserable. Get out of it. You cannot do anything. But why did she die? You answer this question. Then I will stop crying. I said, if you want, I will answer, but don't ask any question. Okay. I said, Chinese stuff doesn't last long. Cause and effect. In this world, there is neither cause nor effect. The day you get involved in this cause and effect, samsara is created. Therefore, it is said, the most wonderful word or alphabet in the English alphabet is W. Wonderful. Why? Where? When? Woman? Wife? So drop this W. Don't ask why this happened. This happens, that's it. Go ahead. So, Vishwam Pashyati Karya Karanataya Swaswami Sambandhatah Shishyacharyataya Tathaiva Pitru Putradhyatmana Bhedataha. And then the son and the father and the son, constantly fighting with each other. See? There is one place, I will not name, father and the son. They cannot stand each other, but they cannot live without each other. And as a result, in their house every day there is Dharma Kshetre, Kurukshetre, Samaveta Yutsavaha. Constant fight goes on and on and on. So when I went to their house, that daughter-in-law, she asked me, Swamiji, why this is happening? I said, look here, first of all, remove this word why from your mouth. Never utter certain words in life, like hate. Never utter this word hate. When you say something hate, your whole chemistry becomes polluted. Never, if you don't like it, you say I dislike. But when you say I hate, it's terribly poisonous word. In the same manner, second disturbing word is why. Don't ask why. When you know that their father and the son constantly fighting, you know they are like that. What will you do when there is sun in the sky? It is there, okay. Protect yourself, take an umbrella. In the same manner, let them fight. You stand there and start playing tabla. Don't get involved with them. They are made for each other. Pitruputra Dhyatmana Vedataha. This has never stopped, it will continue to be. Don't get involved. See? And when it happens, Swapne Jagrati Vaya Esha Purushaha Maya Paribhramitaha. See? The father tells, I don't know why my son is so dumb. Naturally, you don't expect a mango to a Imli pear. So when you condemn your son, you are indirectly condemning yourself. Okay? Therefore, this story goes on both in waking and the dream. Now see between these two. What is the difference between the dream and the waking? Dream is basically supported by the mind, and the waking experience is basically supported by the intellect. And therefore, in the dream, we get any kind of funny dreams. There is no cause and effect. And therefore, we don't worry about it. See? I don't know what kind of dreams you get. I got one day a very nice dream. Normally, my dream is I am giving lecture and people are sleeping. This is my dream. One day when I was going somewhere, because of the traffic jam, we had to stop our car. And on the roadside in India, there was one, this monkey charmer. He was playing some game. And from the car I was watching. So he had two monkeys, male and female. And there was a big group. In India, people have got a lot of time. We are not short of time. So many people watching that drama. And this fellow with, the damru in the hand, that male monkey was dressed with, the man's costume nicely. And with this, lead, he was moved around, collecting money. And then he was asked, Gangaram, shadi karoge? Gangaram is very happy. Will you get married? Yes. The stick is on his shoulder, his hands are like this thing, and he's dancing, yes, I want to get married. Then again another round of money collection, tied down. Then Roopmati, that girl, she was moved 2 times, money collected. And then she was asked, Roopmati, will you marry Gangaram? She looks at Gangaram, thu. And the traffic jam over, our car started. Finished my lecture, came home, I slept, I had a dream. Gangaram giving lecture and Roopmati. Maya Paribhramitaha. This is how all the projections of our mind in the waking or the dream have no meaning. Don't give any value to that. See, like the dreams we reject as merely illusions of our mind, equally it is so with reference to the waking things. Otherwise, why divorces will happen? First of all, this boy looks at the girl and starts thinking, I think she is made for me. And therefore he becomes mad for her and gets married. After marriage, the same mind tells, I think I made a mistake. First the same mind told, she is made for me. Then the same mind tells, I am mad for her. Now the same mind tells that you get away from her. And thus, the mind is constantly making us dance, but we don't understand this. Don't get carried away by the mind. Keep the mind under your foot. We are the masters, not the slaves of the mind. But for us, freedom is what? Our freedom is becoming the slave of the mind is our freedom. The mind should do what we tell. You don't like, who asks you are liking dear? Keep mouth shut. This has to be done, this has to be done. But I don't like, we did not ask you that, okay? Do it. What we like may not be good for us. And what is good for us, we may not like it. But all our life is lived only for supporting the likes and the dislikes of the mind, is it not? The more we support our likes and dislikes, we call ourselves to be prosperous. What is prosperity? More choice you give to yourself, you are more prosperous. And the more the choice you give to yourself, you are more miserable. See, friends, when we thus come to discover that these likes and dislikes are created by this cause and effect, and they are creating all the problems. And these likes and dislikes have no meaning, no logic, no reason. One person says, I like light cream color. The other says, I don't like, I like light green color. Now, why you like light green? I don't know. Why you like cream? I don't know. And yet, I like that. So, our whole life is not supported by reason and logic. We are the victims of our own likes and dislikes. Rising above them, then only we can discover the reality. Therefore, in the God's creation, there are no problems. We create the problem in our creation. And our creation begins with cause and effect. And cause and effect create the relations. And from the relative, we want absolute happiness. From the relative, you can get only relative happiness, not absolute happiness. Earlier, you were taking terrible food by going to the hotel. After the marriage, you will get terrible food remaining in the house. Therefore, Swapne Jagrativaya Esha Purusha Maya Paribhramitaha. Thus the mind, the Maya is making us run around in this world. See? Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Shri Dakshina Murtaye. Therefore, friends, remember spiritual practice means do not get involved into cause and effect. The things are like this. Now, how we can practice it? And is it ever possible? Now, take again some of our own experience. Any time has anybody ever asked why the fire is hot? They have never asked. Then we have accepted that the fire is hot. Not why it is hot. Thereafter, we decide how to deal with the hot fire. That is the wise way of living. In the same manner. But why my husband is angry? No, this is a wrong question. Find out, husband is angry. Now deal with him. How to deal with him? Make fool of him and get more ornaments. Angry people can be fooled very quickly. cool people cannot be befooled. Because angry person, if you want to fool him, just start, praising him. Other people may say you are angry, but I like you because you are disciplined. Unless a person like you is there, there is nothing possible in this world. But who recognizes me? Anyway, that ornament is good. So don't get into this. Why the husband is angry? See? One husband and wife, they are talking to me, and the husband was telling Swamiji, I'm sorry to tell you in her face, but I have to tell you. What happened? She is so dumb. I feel at times disgusted to go with her anywhere. I said, anyway, she is dumb, it's good. Swamiji, you also call me dumb? She said. I said, yes, what he said is right. How can I be dumb when you also call me? I said, look here, Mama, unless you are dumb, you will not marry this fool. Don't get into this. Why? Because the sky is too high. Drop this why. This simple thing even a child understands. In somebody's house I was taking breakfast. That husband, wife, their one son, 7 years old, and me, 4 of us. Nice Punjabi family, paratha and butter and beautiful things. And that very time the phone rang and he has to leave suddenly. He said, Swamiji, I had to go. I said, you go, I don't need you. I got paratha. When he went, suddenly that lady has got a chance. He said, Swamiji, I know you don't like complaint, but then to whom will I ask? What happened? My husband is good that way, but he's so angry, I just can't take it anymore. So when you give paratha to somebody to eat, doesn't mean you should torture him while eating. The payment what you have to make. Paying money is easier than this. So before I could say, her son said, Swamiji, can I reply this question? I said, Chelaji, very good. I was very happy. That day we had a talk on Kenopanishad. And there were these 5 mantras. Yan manasana manute yena ahur manomatam tadeva brahmatvam vidhi nedam yadidam upasate. That because of which the mind is able to function in its field, but that which cannot be felt by the mind is the Brahman, the reality, and that Brahman thou art. So the child said, Swamiji told us this thing in the morning lecture. So what? She became angry. So he said, if everyone is Brahman, then our daddy is also Brahman. And as there are different brands of chocolate, in the same manner, there are different brands of Brahman. Our daddy is an angry brand Brahman. Even a child could understand the principle. Don't get lost in this why, how, etc. Things are like that. See? We get lost because of this cause and effect, cause and effect. The last time I told somewhere, woman as a mother is the best. The same woman, when she becomes the mother-in-law of the son-in-law, she is better than the best. It is not out of love, it is out of sympathy. Poor fellow, I gave my burden to him. And the same mother, when she becomes the mother-in-law of the daughter-in-law, Ram Krishna Hari. Because Karya Karana. Swamiji, my daughter is so nice and understanding, but my daughter-in-law don't understand. What should I do? I said, between you, who is elder? You are elder or your daughter-in-law is elder? Of course, I am elder. Who should have more understanding? younger people or elder people. That means I am wrong. I said, you are 100% wrong. Even if you don't give me food. Don't get lost, friends, in these. This is not spiritual life. Get out of it. Enough of it. Enough. Otherwise, Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam Vrata Paripalanam Athavadanam Jnana Vihina Sarvamatena Bhajatina Muktim Janmashatena. You may do all external things perfectly well, but unless you come to discover the truth, all things are merely wastage. In this manner, the teacher tells us one of the most important spiritual practice: go beyond this cause and effect. Don't get lost. Why he does like that? Why she does like that? They do like that. Protect yourself. Because we are not having the urgency, therefore cause and effect comes in mind. The other day, I phoned the fire brigade. Hello, how are you? Yes, who are you? I may be anybody. I just wanted to call you because I never called you. How is everything? Fine, everything. How is your wife? How many of them? How are the children? Etc. Then that man said, hey man, who are you? What happened? No, nothing. My house is on fire. If you get time, please drop in. Will I ever say like that? When the house is on fire, I don't talk cause and effect. I say, hey man, house is on fire, come and stop it. We do not have the urgency to know the truth, and therefore we get lost. Why other people's husbands are so good, my husband is why like that? Because the grass on the other side of the fence is always green. See friends, discover this truth only by going beyond cause and effect. When you don't have cause and effect in your head, you cannot think. See? You just can't think. When we become somebody, we are the cause. Effect, thinking. This effortless freedom from thought process and thereby abiding in our divine self is called as spiritual life. All of us can do it, and we must do it. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnahat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.